Hi, my name is Mackenzie Fravel, and I'm here to talk about non-governmental organizations' role in disaster. As the name implies, a non-governmental organization in the context of emergency management is any party that is not a subset of a government body. Examples of a non-governmental organization include the private sector, nonprofits, communities, faith-based organizations, and advocacy groups. Starting off with the private sector, this is a very important part of a non-governmental organization, as they work to fill in a lot of the gaps that government leaves. The private sector can accomplish this due to the sheer number and variety of businesses and companies. In fact, there are many businesses that focus on EM either as their entire purpose or through specific services. As a whole, the private sector is vital in all stages of emergency management. To add on to the previous point, this sector is absolutely crucial to everyday life, and our society cannot function normally without their operations. Think of everyday resources such as electricity, water, communications, security, transportation, medical aid, and so on. Nonprofits are absolutely vital to providing the immediate needs for disaster victims. These services can include shelters, food supplies, water, medical assistance, and so on. Advocacy groups in particular are necessary for disabled groups to receive the medical attention that they deserve. Some examples of nonprofit groups include the American Red Cross, the Cajun Navy, Habitat for Humanity, Doctors Without Borders, Nurses Without Borders, and so many more. This final section focuses on arguably one of the most important aspects of emergency management, and especially of non-governmental organizations, and that would be you. Or, in other words, it would be the communities, individuals, and families that make up a populace. Not only are communities the ones that are most impacted by disasters, they're the most important in advocating for themselves to receive this help, to receive the vital resources that their constituents require. As such, it is in various steps that individuals, families, and communities can take to mitigate the risks that are involved with any natural disaster. Some methods in which individuals can work to lessen the impact of disaster on themselves can include keeping their living spaces clean and infrastructure up to code, having a personal plan for any kind of situation, keeping adequate supplies in the case of a weather event or in the case of evacuation, and to remain in contact with the community, neighbors, and/or family. For my closing thoughts on this presentation, I want to emphasize the importance that none of these sectors or groups are solely responsible for the recovery after a major disaster, and it takes many people working together to bring a community back to a sense of normalcy. As the adage goes, for example, it takes a village, and this is no exception.